Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today is Veterans Day, and before we get started here this morning, I would like to thank all of our veteran viewers that we have. I know I have several. Thank you for your service. Really appreciate that. And thank you to all veterans in general, not just the ones that watch the channel, all the veterans. Thank you. So now, with that being said, let's get started on what we're going to do. So we've been running the old L2 number 1 pretty hard. Been running the Cornhead pretty hard, and it's time to give back a little bit. I need to do a little maintenance. I've got some gathering chains that are very loose and about ready to leave the chat. So figure we better stop this morning and tighten them up before they end up running off. And sometimes when they run off, they run right into the rolls, and then that gets messy. So what we're going to do is we'll go through, flip all these snouts up out of the way. Sometimes it's a little tricky to get them props in, and you should always wear your hoodie while you do this, because sometimes sand stays in the tips and then it trickles right down on you. Then you got sand down your neck the rest of the day, and that's no fun. That's like being on the beach and getting sand in your butt crack. Nobody likes sand in their butt crack. Some of these latches have a little wear on them, and it makes it a little tough sometimes. You can tell we've been picking a lot of down corn because there's a lot of shell corn in under here. Oh, that wear strips wore off. And you can see the hoodie really helped there, didn't it? Sometimes you can walk along and bang the snouts and get the stuff out. So now what I need to do is go through and dig all this out. And you can, let me bring the camera over here. You can see how loose this gathering chain is. See that? That's not good. So I need to tighten this nut up. Oh, there might be a problem. I might have to run back to shop. That might tighten up though. The springs broke, but that might not be a problem. Let me get a... Now is when I need a camera to follow me so you can see what I'm doing. So I run over to my truck and make sure you can see. Get the camera where we need it here. We're going to go ahead and take a pair of channel locks or Knipex Cobras. And, ooh, that one's a little stuck. There it goes. Oh, we're getting better. Now we want to tighten these up so there's like a 1/2 inch between this pipe spacer and the washer. But with this one, with the spring being broke, I think we're just going to have to kind of guess it. We don't want to over tighten it. Now you can use a gear wrench. You don't have to use pliers, but that's what I always just use. So you can just ratchet them real quick, basically. So I've been thinking, and I'm going to convert the M3 to run Case IH heads, because the head that I bought with the M3 on the online auction is in pretty bad shape. I started really looking it over, and it needs quite a bit of work. And I have another 1063 Case IH head sitting at home. So, with a little bit of ingenuity, a little bit of welding, cutting, and grinding, we can convert the M3 to be just like L2 number 1. I think that looks good right there. So, those two are good now. Check this, go down through and check some more of them. That one's snugged up. They all need a little. I'm wondering if some of these lock nuts aren't getting bad and they're starting to back off on their own. That's a possibility too. We have replaced those before. That's better. So I'm going to make this a short video today. I will put a little corn picking in there. But I want to get this one uploaded since it is Veterans Day. Veterans Day kind of snuck up on me. I'm not going to make this one wait until next week like the other ones are. Oh, and be watching. I'm going to be picking ear corn this weekend. So if the weather is good, I'm going to get the ear corn picker out, put it behind the 620, and I'm going to pick some ear corn. So got to have cow feed. Just got to get my cows now. Nothing like getting the cart before the horse. But you should have the feed on hand before you get the cows, because you don't want it the other way around, have cows and no feed. Not getting that many cows, probably 2 to 3. 2 definitely, and we're thinking about getting a third one. So we'll see what happens. I got the 30 round bales, and I left some corn to pick. So we should have plenty to feed them to get them through the winter. That's good right there. Take a little bit of that out. We've covered quite a bit of ground since we started. I haven't videoed at all, but we got everything done at the shop. We got my buddy Jeff's place done. The airport's done. At this point, we're about halfway. So, actually, we got about 450 acres left, I believe. Okay, so I'm going to go through. I'm going to finish these up and get my snouts all back down. We'll go pick a little bit. Well, the head seems to be running nice and smooth. So, that's a good thing. Can't believe I let in gathering chains to get that loose. But they're getting to the point in their life where they're wearing pretty quick. So probably next season I'll have to replace them. They'll last the rest of this season, but next season I'll have to do gathering chains and sprockets on this head. The only bad part about this head is it's still the old needle bearing style rolls, so I gotta grease them. Where the other two heads, the one for the 1660 and the one for the 2388, they're both the water pump bearing heads. So the water pump bearings you don't have to grease. You just run them till they're junk, but they last a long time. These needle bearings, I'm surprised I've made it this far through the season without having to stop and replace the bearing. But I've been very, very good about keeping them greased every morning, and sometimes I'll do it midday. I take a Milwaukee grease gun and I set it for 50 pumps, and I hold the trigger until it does all 50 pumps. So I like to grease them until I see a little bit of grease coming out of the ends of the rolls, and then I know that they've got some fresh grease in them. Stuff will last forever if you keep it greased. Got a little bit of down corn in this field from the wind. Quick episode today, that way I can get it uploaded quickly so it's on for tonight. So thank you again, all you veterans. I appreciate your service, and thank you for watching. I greatly appreciate that. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a like and subscribe. I really appreciate that also. So stay tuned. We're gonna pick some ear corn this weekend, hopefully, if the weather holds out. And I'd like to get M3 going this weekend, hopefully. We'll see what happens. I think I'm gonna take the corn head off of the one on tracks and throw on the M3 so I can run it, because that head that came with it's not in the best of shape. So, and I think eventually I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to convert M3 to run Case IH heads. So I got another one sitting there, might as well use it. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.